Hey guys, welcome back. We are continuing after a small hiatus on day one of Outlaws of Thunder Junction on Arena. We just finished up our first draft, went 2-1. Not half bad, not half bad. We're about to start up our second one. If you are watching over on the tubes, welcome to Top Deck the Gathering. I'm Blake, and yeah, let's see if we can't pull out a 3-0. Our last deck was pretty sweet. First match didn't quite get there, but the following two matches weren't really that much competition. Solid deck, just a tougher draw on the first match. We got a Bristlebud Farmer, and we got to see it once, got to cast it once. Immediately got removed, but it did its job. Card's a bomb. Especially in green, just having the ability to go turn 2 Bristlebud Farmer into turn 3, it's absurd. You know, 5/5 Trampler, turn 3 that made you 2 foods and is about to start drawing you cards for those foods is absurd. So, yeah, liking the format so far. It feels a little bit more mid-rangey. Not necessarily a super control-y format from my experience so far. You definitely still want to be impacting the board. You can't just hold back, and I think in a lot of ways counterspells are going to feel great in this format, but also kind of awful because you'll keep up mana for your counterspell, and then they'll plot something. Because if they're smart, they'll read into you leaving up mana and say, hey, you know. But I don't know. I think they're going to be very skill testing as far as that goes. But yeah, no, I mean, really, I haven't got a good chance to play with or against or see any really good examples of black-green, so I don't know how that's going to turn out. And same thing with white-red. I think white-red's probably going to be a little bit more reliant on your rares and uncommons than anything else. But most of the archetypes look pretty good. Simic, as always, I don't know. Um, we'll see how it lands, but I've yet to see any real justifiers for it. I like Make Your Own Luck. I think it's a really cool card. I don't know if it'll wind up being good. Hopefully it is. Okay, sweet. Well, we've got ourselves a pretty solid mythic. And this is the place to take it because that's a pretty tough mana base to build around. But 3/3 Flying Lifelinker for 3 with upside is pretty good. Like, I feel like maybe if you get the plot side quest mechanic on Kellen to hit once in a game, that's probably going to be the most you're going to get it to hit. But it will feel good when you get there. And, you know, on base stats alone, I kind of wish he had Vigilance as well. Just something to throw him over the line because, you know, 3 mana. 3/3s are tough when they're tricolor. And I mean, it's not really close on that. We're not taking Essence Capture turn 1. Spinewood's Paladin's good. Unfortunate Accident's fine. Homestead, I'm interested to see how it plays out in the Mounts deck. But, you know, Razzle Dazzler's fine. Trickshot's fine. All these cards are fine. But not as a pack one, pick one, especially when we have a relatively powerful mythic. Archmage's Charm, well, we are not going to be running that with Kellen. It's a fine enough card, but triple blue in that, yeah, we're not doing that. So, that's immediately out of the option pool. It's kind of a weak pack outside of the Lassoed by the Law, which will be our pick. We'd take a medic. I think medic will be fine. I've played against it in 2 of my last matches, and it is irritating, but I don't know. I don't know if it justifies itself. Eric's, I think, is actually quite good in like a white-red deck or a white-green saddle deck. That's really, you know, it puts your opponent under a lot of pressure really quick. But Lasso by the Law is just, it's an excellent piece of removal. You know, 4 mana, exile their best thing, and you get a mercenary you're pretty happy with. Ooh, Shepherd of the Clouds. Okay, looking like we may wind up being base white here. And, you know, if we have to drop the Kellen, we'll drop the Kellen. But yeah, I mean, Stagecoach Security I found to be mostly pretty fine. I mean, 4 mana you plot this if you have a board state you're pretty happy with. 5 mana when you play it, a little less so, but it's still fine. Spinewood's Paladin I think I'd still pick over the Stagecoach Security here though. I don't think I'm taking to take the fall here. I mean it's good, but I only have one. I guess I have two makers of it. But Shepherd of the Clouds is just a house, especially with Kellen. Like the fact that if I have mounts in this deck, which I kind of want to anyways, because I'm green white and I want to try that archetype out, it just gets a Kellen back to the field. Kind of great on a 4/3 flying body, anyways. Yeah, Shepherd's a house. Okay. Well, see, this is kind of tough because Aloe Alchemist I think is the better card here for sure. But if we're gonna do the 3-color thing, I think Hard Bristle Bandit's kind of what we have to take. Though Aloe Alchemist is excellent, but Bristle Bandit taps for a mana of any color, and a lot of times that's going to be the difference between us casting Kellen turn 3 and not. Rise of the Varmints I like a lot as well, especially if you're in a super creature heavy deck. If you're in green-black self-mill with this thing, oh, no, I'm excited with it. I wish they had something. I wish they had Menace, or even like something. But you know, we'll take what we can get out of our spider spawnings. But I think it's a bandit here. Full Steam Ahead, I like. I think it's a really cool card, but I don't think it's what we're doing in this deck. Especially being double green hurts it quite a bit. Hard Bristle plays interestingly with Take Up the Shield. I think we're going to take up the shield. I was really happy with this as a combat trick in Dominaria United, and it was a little bit more of a combat tricky format, I think, than this one probably will be. But Indestructible and Lifelink and a counter for 2 mana at instant speed, it's great. We're not giving up much here either. It's between the take up... Actually, we're taking the Lush Oasis. I didn't even notice it. Yeah. No, we're just going to go ahead and get on our whatchamacallit wagon. Our vegetable wagon. Yep. It's probably a Holy Cow here. Silver Deputy could be fine. I think I'm more likely to see Silver Deputies than Holy Cows, though. And this deck's looking like base green-white right now, anyhow. Maybe splashing blue for the Kellen. I can see that. And now we're between a Wingsmith and a Free Strider Commando. I think it's probably the Free Strider Commando. Yeah. Now we're between Paladin and a Bighorn. Both great cards, in my opinion. Hey, Ren. Hey, buddy. No. I think we're more liable to see Bighorns than Paladins. I do. Let's try the Bighorn. Let's lean into the mount element. We say we've got a Shepherd. Okay, we'll take the fall here. Take a Stagecoach Security, but I am up in the air as to whether or not we're playing that. Oh, we wield Rise of the Varmints. What are we at creature count-wise? 8? Yeah. Okay. We're happy to take that. It plays well with Kellen as well. Wingsmith? Okay. We're feeling pretty good about taking the Free Strider over that Wingsmith. We got 2 anyways. I think this card's going to be like the definition of a C-. You're going to put it in a lot of your decks. But it's going to be the 23rd card a lot of the time. You're not happy about it. Ariet's Lullaby is really good removal. Oh, I don't think we're taking the Shifting Grift. Loan Shark is solid as well. Stingerback Terror is a silly, silly card. It's possible we take the Terror here. It's hands down the best card in the pack. And then we really just start consolidating our mana base and we try and be 4-color. I can see that. I can see that because you don't really need to be double red for the Stingerback Terror. It is splashable because you can't plot it. So... yeah, because I mean the next card down the list I think we'd take would be a Loan Shark. But at this rate, it's looking like we can just splash blue for the Kellen and be base green-white, and Loan Shark doesn't really agree with that. So out of that, we'd probably take the Ariet's Lullaby. But yeah, Terror is just a horrifying card to go up against. I quite like Rakdos joins up, but I don't think it's worth hedging into black at this point over it. Gila Courser's absurd. I think this card's silly. But if we're gonna be splashing and doing the thing, I think we just take an Eroded Canyon. Yeah. Yep. Yep. No, I think that's it. Okay. Okay. Bovine Invention, as I said in my last video, I think it's just a bad card. Aven Interrupter, on the other hand, is pretty solid. We're already pretty heavily in white. Steer Clear's fine. Scalestorm Summoner's ridiculous in red-green. Really stupid. But, I don't know, double white, Pip. I'm not over the moon about it. I think it's another hard bristle bandit. High Noon. What a... I won't be playing this card. I don't think in the entire format. It's one of the few rares I gave just a flat F. No consolidation. Throw from the Saddle is removal, which we're lacking at the moment. As is Fierce Retribution. Throw from the Saddle plays really well with mounts. Burrow Fiend. I think we're taking the Burrow Fiend. Let's give ourselves another 2-drop. Ooh, Possum. Mystical Tether's also great, as is the Abraded Bluffs. This is a good pack for us. It's a shame it's pack 5, so we probably won't be seeing any of these cards again. But as much as I want to take the Possum, because it's good, it's really good, especially if we're leaning in the green-white, I think if we're going to do all the things we want to do, it's got to be the bluffs, unfortunately. I also could just be train wrecking here. It's always a possibility, but I just think it's so hard for me to ever, you know, feel bad about taking lands. Raucous Entertainer. I think Raucous Entertainer is pretty cool. So is Omenport Vigilante, though. This is the second time I've said Vigilante instead of Vigilante. Interesting. My deck's not really committing that many crimes besides the lands. So I think we'll take the Entertainer. It's just a good 2-drop. What do we got here? Dust Bowl, won't be playing. Bucolic Ranch, Snakeskin Veil, and Getaway Glamour. I think Getaway Glamour is actually pretty solid. We're lacking in removal at the moment. Snakeskin Veil's fine. Bucolic Ranch in our deck would actually probably be pretty good. Does it tell us the number of mounts we have? I don't like that. I don't like that it does. Oh, no, it does too. Okay. Yeah, it's not enough yet. Void Rend. 1 off. I like Void Rend. We're not black, though. I think we're already kind of stretching ourselves. So, I think we're going to pass on the Void Rend. Explosive Derailment is a good piece of removal. Take the Fall is... What are we looking at? Not many... You know what you call it. I like Ankle Biter. Conduit Pylons. Pretty easy pick here. Leans into my deserts theme. I don't think I have any deserts payoffs yet, though. If we find any in pack 3, we will be happy to take them. The Outcaster Greenblade, for example, would be sweet. We won't be playing any of these cards, but we will take the Lively Dirge. Oh, we wield the Fierce Retribution? Sweet. Sweet. Okay, we're picking up some removal. We got a Glamour, we got the Retribution, got a Lassoed by the Law. We're getting there. We're looking at 15 and 5. Got 4. Put Robbery in the side for now. Another round, we won't be playing it, but we did get a Desert payoff. And a half. Yeah. Villainous Wealth is, yeah, it's fun. I mean, if we had any other black reasons to be taking it, we probably would. But against a Rattleworm, I don't know. So this card's just an absolute beater. And we have enough deserts to really justify playing it too, because I mean 6/5 Flash Trampler is silly, and getting an additional ability out of the yard with it is really great. I got a Bighorn in here. Doesn't feel bad. Got a Drover Grizzly. Got an Ariette's Lullaby. Some decent cards. Ooh, yes we will. Worth noting, like Lullaby's fine here. Ride Down is a little less so because we're splashing red. It's not really one of our main colors. And it's looking like we're gonna be splashing blue as well. Ankle Biter's fine. Bounding Felidar, if we wheel it, we might play it. It's very expensive. It's got a massively huge ability when you saddle it, but yeah, I mean Roxanne is a beater. Nope. We wouldn't be playing Indomitable Creativity in the best of times. We will not be playing it here. Congregation Grip feels pretty good. Again, it plays well. We didn't take our throw from the saddle, but it plays well in the semi-mount theme we've got running here. Fleeting Reflection's fine. Keykeeper's fine. Townsfolk's fine. Ankle Biter, Reach for the Sky. Derailment would be fine. But the Griff actually, it buys you quite a bit of time. Okay. I mean, an Abraded Bluffs would be great, but I think this is a situation where we're actually taking the Naturalist over it, because it's, it'll get us a treasure a decent chunk of the time, and a land the times that it doesn't. We're going to take it. Pillage the Bog, don't like it. Another Voidrend, cool card, won't be playing it. I don't think Jolene's good enough in this deck to justify having a dual-colored 3-drop. I think it's just a Paladin. We'll go and put that security in the side. I don't think we're going to be playing that. Ferossification's a fun card, but I don't think we'll be playing it. I don't think we're playing anything in this pack, really. Reach for the Sky is fine. Wingsmith's fine. But we'll take the Ferossification with the side. Crom. Yeah, no, Crom's cool. Hypothesizal's cool, but again, it really looks like we're splashing blue just for the Kellen, and I'd prefer to keep it that way. And Lonely Arroyo, we're kind of happy to take here. What we got? A Humiliate, pretty cool card. Deep Muck Desperado. Wanted Griffin. I don't really want any more 4-drops. We already got an Ankle Biter. Maybe it's the Deep Muck. I know I just said what I said about being blue, but we have a lot of lands that commit crimes. Not even necessarily that we'll play. Won't be playing another round. Thunder Salvo is good, but Drover Grizzly I think is what we're doing. Okay. Honestly, doing double Deep Muck sounds fun, but doing no Deep Muck sounds better. I think we're just taking Outlaw Medic. Let's see, Retribution. Yeah, no, I think we're taking the Derailment. Oh, sweet. Wheel and the Braided Bluffs, happy to take that. Wheel the Jolene. Huh. No red-green drafters at the table. It's crazy. Or maybe they already had one. Alright. Let's see what we're doing here. I think we're dropping the Deep Muck. I think the Kellen, we've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this way we don't have to run an island at all, and we're quite happy about that. As opposed to when we run the Deep Muck, all of a sudden, you've got an island in the mix. We could change that, but I don't know if running 3 islands for 2 pips feels great when none of them are actual islands. They're all, substitutional. We're definitely keeping both bandits. Burrow Fiend's good. Derailment's interesting. Again, I don't think we're playing Jolene. I just don't think it's quite there. We're definitely not playing both wingsmiths. Bighorn, lasso by the wall. We've got how many mountains here? Access to 3, 4 red sources for 3 red pips. Yeah, okay. I think that's enough. We're going to drop the other wingsmith. Because I think we actually are quite happy with having the derailment. Because now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of removal. Yeah, I don't think we feel great with just 3. Oh, I like Raucous Entertainer, but yeah, that feels better. Yep, I think this is it. Well, let's see if we can have a little bit of 4-color fun time, guys. I don't know how it's going to land, but I definitely think we did a good job on drafting our deck lands-wise. You know, from taking that Kellen early and then kind of navigating our way into green, white, splashing, blue, and red. We took lands when there were other very viable options in the pack, but you know, we wound up having to cut some decent cards there at the end anyways. So, you know, taking the lands oftentimes feels like the better exchange of the two. Oof. Going first on this feels quite sketchy. Stinger back potentially being plotted turn 3 feels great, but got to be able to play your cards. So we're gonna mulligan. Okay, I think we're much happier with this. I think we're gonna drop the explosive derailment in the event that the bandit gets killed. Okay, ping us, water bristle. This isn't really where you want Rise of the Varmints, but got a kill spell? Oh, he does. That makes us feel a lot more scared. We'll pass turn. That's why you drop the explosive derailment. We're not quite in trouble yet, you know, but we need to go and draw our land. He hit all lands, it's good for him. Grab himself a desert, so he's not trying to play a 4-drop next turn, or if he is, yikes. It's okay, we're falling a bit behind now. We take 2. Holy Cow will help us in that regard, you know, gaining 2 and getting to scry 1, but we really kind of need to top deck a land here. Okay, yeah, no, he's doing the thing. Really building out his board presence. Let's see if we can draw ourselves a land. We got a Burrow Fiend. Got a feeling that's not going to be enough. So we'll see what he gets to. Okay, so he's potentially 4 colors here. Definitely 3. Oh, no blocks. Yep. Go ahead and hit him with a good game. I don't think we're crawling out of this one. Couldn't quite get there on our lands that time. Wasn't the colors that got us, it was just lands in general. So see if we have a better go of it here. We do. Okay. We get a potential Kellen on turn 3. Okay. And worst case scenario, even if they kill the bandit, we have a holy cow turn 3. Okay. It's not looking like they're killing the bandit. Oh, bandit of their own. Sweet. Desert's Dew will kill the Kellen here. But I mean, we can't really play around that. And Shepherd can always get it back to the field as well. Okay, we didn't get there on the lookout. We'll go ahead and lassoed by the law, our good free strider lookout friend. Make ourselves a mercenary. Untap. Crack in for 3. It would have been nice if we top decked a land there, because then we would be able to keep up Getaway Glamour to protect our Kellen if need be. But Voracious Varmint. Okay, he's gonna blow up our enchantment. It's pretty good. Target non-token creature. You got a Desert's Dew? Yep, you do. Okay. Here it comes. And you'll untap. Yep. Yeah, do the whole 9 yards. Okay, I see. Only triggers once each turn. Elfendor's good. He's making sure he gets every trigger he can. Oh, clear shot. Even better. Do your land thing. We're probably going to go and kill that next turn. Let's see. Yeah. So, do white. And then we'll play Medic. Go and crack in. Pass turn. We'll see how he's doing on gas after this. You know, if we top deck a land, it'd be kind of nice if we get to play Naturalist and Burrow Fiend. Or even just play Burrow Fiend, keep up Holy Cow. I like that line. What we got here? Sure. You're gonna attack with the... Okay, interesting. Yep, no. Huh. Well, let's go ahead and... Medic. Kraken. Patient Naturalist. Oh man, Shepherd the Clouds hurts. We'll be getting our Kellen back with it. That's okay, we got a Holy Cow. We've got a good piece of removal in hand. Burrow Fiend is going to start getting quite big, actually. Was it mill 2 cards? Saddle 2. Elfendor. Yeah, no, I mean, you're going to kind of want to get rid of that Burrow Fiend. It's going to get big. I mean, next turn it's swinging as a 5/5. And at least it's possible to get some other creatures in the yard. Okay, yeah. Makes sense. Untaps the bandit. What else you got? Oh, Villainous Wealth! Oh, Christmas. Those are some good villainous wealth cards. The Griff is irritating, but the Roxanne is really what's gonna catch a death here, because he's about to kill one of my creatures. Huh. Oh no! No, he didn't cast it for enough to cast the Roxanne. Okay. Alright, now we're talking. Um, should go ahead and... Yep. No, right. Okay, he has to. I should have swung with the medic as well. Oh, it's okay. Blow up my last by the law this game? Sure did. Okay. Okay. I should have holy cow at the end of his turn. I don't know why I didn't do that. Wasn't paying attention, I suppose. Crack him with both of them. I kind of want to keep Rise of the Varmints up. You know, in the event that he has like a board wipe. Just gonna end turn. Well, this is why we do it, boys. Go ahead and grab a wipe. Draw myself a card. No. Okay. And this is, yeah, okay. Sweet. This is when Rise of the Varmints really, like, tears it up. I mean, getting 8 2-1s, unless he has another board wipe, he's not. Like, this is game. Yeah. Great card, but that's why, I mean, as much as you don't want to, and, like, the odds of them having that are even lower than the odds of them having a typical mythic, because it's a mythic in a bonus sheet. But, you know, he was in white as well, and it does have that instant speed wrath, and you'd just rather play it safe when you're ahead. Let's see, do we want to bring in anything against him? Overwhelming Forces is pretty big. I don't have any counter spells I want to splash in. No, I think this is it. I think we kind of just gotta play properly against him. He does have an overwhelming forces and a villainous wealth. So we just got to keep that in mind. Not really give him too much of an opportunity to get off the ground. And we are just not being loved by the lands we're getting here. I think we're actually dropping the Free Strider. As weird as that feels. I think we're going Bluffs, Forest, Arroyo, Forest. And now we're wishing we'd dropped a Forest, but with the Rattleworm in hand, we weren't going to do that, so. It's possible we should have dropped the Arroyo, but in the event that we'd gotten the Kellen, we'd be pretty upset. I think it's actually probably probable we should have dropped the Arroyo, especially being on the draw. More lands isn't really what you want. You gonna go ahead and kill the Raucous Entertainer? Got to throw from the saddle or something of that ilk? Oh, Greenblade. I like Greenblade. It's a good card. Didn't get a desert. Worth noting, I think. Must have just needed a straight swamp. Gonna go ahead and do that. Be sure we play our forest next turn. What are you doing, Ren? What are you doing? Pretty good. Gonna crack in for a amount. I think he's probably gonna kind of sense something's up here, so it's possible we just wait till the end of his turn to crack in the Rattleworm. Yep. Yep. I would love to ambush the 2-3, but on open mana, you have a much harder time doing that. So, Rin. Nope. Oof. Huge. We're gonna be getaway glamoring that. Oh, it has to be non-token. Okay. Rin, quit being silly. And now we keep up Glamour in all of its glory. We get to go, if he does anything, we get to go bounce our Rattleworm, kill his 4-4. You in Desert Snooman? Yeah, no, not quite. Sweet, but no. Oh, he has a Colossal Rattleworm of his own. Nice. ping me. Sure. Oh, wow. Yeah. It's looking like we are probably going to lose to old Elfindor here. Because, I mean, Dust Animus is silly. And he got a deck. He had a Colossal Rattleworm, a Villainous Wealth, you know, just just everything under the sun. We're going to need to immediately top deck an answer to that or we're dead. Well, I mean, Dust Animus, Rattleworm, Villainous Wealth. What was the other card we saw? Oh, Overwhelming Forces. I mean, he got it all. So let's see if we can't top deck and answer. Nope. Hit him with a good game. Suppose we'll go Ponk. Rock with a Stitcher because there's no reason not to. And how many lands do I have left? On the yard. 1, 2. We got 3, 5, 7, 9. Got 7 more lands, or 8 more lands. What, 25 cards? Yeah, I guess me drawing that was kind of predictable. But he had a heck of a deck. So, you know, sometimes whenever your opponent is just on the better deck, you can't quite win it. It's possible we should have played to the board that one turn instead of Getaway Glamour. It's also possible that we should have ambushed his creature with the Rattleworm, but it's very difficult to do that when you know your opponent has Desert Stew and full open mana, and I think 4 cards in hand, so. Okay. Okay. We got a good little start here. Go ahead and Braided Bluffs. Turn 2 Bandit into turn 3 Kellen. Oh, Doc Arlock. I actually really I like this this card a lot. I think it's going to do some really cool stuff in the format. It's possible next turn we go ahead and kill that and play the Burrow Fiend on top. I could see that. As opposed to playing the Kellen straight out. It depends really if he plots here. Okay. Tough. Got a counterspell for my Holy Cow. Be pretty cool if you did. Alright. So now we're gonna kill it. Got a Pump Spell or a Snakeskin Veil? Something of that ilk? Rin. Being needy. He's really thinking here as to whether or not he wants to snakeskin veil or do something. And he's still here because we just saw him drag his cursor over the dock, so I don't really know what's going on. Take this opportunity to see if the arena's interactable. Oh, the little prairie dog gets upset. Okay, Marlock dies. No, it just looks like the prairie dog. Oasis Gardener? Sure. Grizzly. It's possible I should have played this Burrow Fiend there, and then I could, you know, do the thing with the Burrow Fiend next turn, maybe get some more creatures in my yard. But really what we need now is lands. If we can get to our Roxanne, I think we're feeling pretty good. Also, we have a Retribution in our pocket. He's got 4 cards in hand. But, you know, right now we're kind of at the crossroads, I'd say. What am I doing? I gotta make my Tiny Bones my new permanent pet. I wonder if this guy's got something going on. If he had to step away for a second, because he's really using all of his timeouts. And he's waiting at the end. I don't get it. Do not get it. Maybe he's just sitting on a bunch of counter spells? Bryn. Enough. And next turn, if I play another creature, being able to saddle the Burrow Fiend, even if he trades with the Grizzly here, we'll feel pretty good. Because it'll be at least a 5/5. You know, I can always, worst case scenario, I can always rise the Varmints next turn for 3. Get 3 2/1s. Got a kill spell, got a bounce spell. Rin. Go to your bed. Go to your bed. Go to your bed. You heard me. Go to your bed. Go to your bed. Yeah, okay. Okay. Little trade-off. You got a little pump spell for your Oasis Gardener. Something about this art is very peaceful to me. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. It's just it's quite soothing. Oh, Metamorphic Blast filled his hand up for sure. Oh yeah, no, that's just such a bad card. And see, even here he thinks he has an avenue to really do the thing, but nope. Now you have no creatures on the field, just nothing. So, yeah, next turn we get to Roxanne. Yeah. This is why, like, cards like Key to the Vault is too much setup cost for how sensitive they are, really, at the end of the day. No other creatures, but still cracking in for 5. Got our Varmints on the field. If he plays anything with 2 toughness next turn, it won't be good. Just get a free removal spell, and then we've also got a Kellen. This may be my favorite design card in the set. It's just, it's really, really neat. Okay. Can you saddle only as a sorcery? Yeah, no. So I just missed that. See if he does anything here. bounces 2 creatures. That'd be pretty good if he had a this town ain't big enough, got rid of 2 of my varmints. But yeah, no, if he just held up mana here, I'm just going to plot the Free Strider. Take the safe bet, and the next turn when I go to play the Free Strider, if he counters it, I'll play the Roxanne. I'll play the Roxanne regardless, but... Our mistake may end up being beneficial here, because it's possible that he had a removal spell or a bounce spell or something for the Burrow Fiend, and at least this way we get in for an extra 2. Okay. He is going to trade with the Burrow Fiend if he's smart. Yeah. No, 100%. And we are going to Roxanne this turn. You don't have to turn on your red light. We're going to go and kill that 2/1 flyer. Get it out of the way. Damage to face is always nice, but killing creatures almost always better. So I suppose if we had saddled the Burrow Fiend there, it would have survived. His creature wouldn't have died either. Well, actually that's not true. It wouldn't have gotten -4, -0 because he didn't have an Outlaw in play. So that was not an absurd mistake, but a hefty mistake on our part. Let's go ahead and just keep up the fun. Let's see what he's got. Yeah, no, if you ever get to attack with Roxanne, she suddenly goes from being a B+ to like a flat A. If you got 2 meteorites out of her, that's just great. I mean, she's already probably like an A-. Smuggler Surprise? Okay, let's see what he gets. Whew! Varmint's dying. The Cactarantula immediately onto the field's nice. I don't think it's going to be enough, is the thing. Let's go ahead and Kellen. Let's go ahead and Free Strider. Just fill the field. And now I don't really think there's a way out of it for him. You can equip it if you want. You can swing. I'm just gonna block. Keep you from ripping anything off the top of your library, may save you. Though I don't, in blue-green, I don't think there is. Do we want to change anything here? Let's see, environment. We have a pretty countery deck. I don't really think there's any way for us to get around that. I think we kind of just gotta play clean, play to our strengths. If you're eating Chex Mix and you're not getting the savories, what are you doing? You know, why are you eating Chex Mix? The Surveil one actually makes me kind of want to keep this. I think I am, especially being on the draw. You know, it being colorless hurts, but Surveil one is actually quite good. Ooh. Yeah, actually, go and get that out of the way. Okay, got a Raucous Entertainer of his own. We will be keeping that. Rare Earth. Go ahead, make him bigger. Pretty solid. We're just gonna kill him. Go ahead and be done with Doc Arlock. Bye bye. I quite like Explosive Derailment. I think it's a really good card. It's seldom that you're gonna use the artifact thing, but there are a decent enough number of artifact creatures in this set that a lot of times you're gonna get it as a bonus for sure. Key to the vault, sure, 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 sure. Hmm. Options, options, options. It's always possible he has a counter spell here as well, but spending 3 mana to equip the key is a lot. Oh, that may have been a mistake on our part. Being able to just flat play Spinewoods Paladin would feel nice. Just drawing a land. I still don't know that I'd do it though. I'd probably, if it was a, yeah, no, if it was a forest, I'd probably naturalist and hard bristle bandit. He's on some complex stuff over here. At least it seems to be, because he is taking his sweet, sweet time. Can you not double spell, buddy? I don't think it's Mana Claws. Could a pump spell? Clear shot? Felt like it was coming. Hmm. Maybe this is his big explosive turn. He goes double spell, put a counter on the Dazzler, can't be blocked, crack in, get a free card, tap one of my boys. Probably spine with Paladin, crack in with the Slinger as well. I'm taking 7. He's getting a free spell on top of whatever, he racks off of his hand here. But I mean, I couldn't. You can't keep your removal spell up forever without having stuff on the board. You at some point you have to start playing the board, especially when your opponent is adding. Next turn, we can always do the getaway glamour, and bounce our paladin, blow up his shackle slinger, gain 3 more life. Oh, a Sphinx. Sphinx is great. Sphinx is really good. Three, 5. So 4, 6. Yep. Nope. I have exactly enough. So we're gonna exile you, so you gotta pay to re-equip. We're gonna blow you up. Yep. Auto pay. Pay the ward cost. Kerblam, kerblam, you gotta re-equip the key. Oh, it loses its counter. And next turn we can just go Grizzly Griff. Crack in for 2. Okay. Flat took the trade. Pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. Next turn we get to go Grizzly, Griff, put a counter on both. This is a cool little 2-drop. Ooh, Grolf. Really excellent card. You got the double spell here? Because that would be sick. Okay. Fair enough. We're gonna go Griff. We're gonna go Grizzly. We're gonna go. We both get a counter. No attacks. You about to start making zombies out the wazoo? If you could triple spell here, buddy, then we'd have a game. Then we would have a game. Nope. No nothings. So let's go ahead and outlaw medic. This guy's been hesitating all game. I don't know what he has in his hand, but Metamorphic Blast would be pretty good. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, it's a Cactarantula. Pretty good. Let's see, how many mountains do I control right now? 2, 4. It'd make it where it couldn't kill it. You've got to have an explosive turn, buddy. Triple spell. Make 2 zombies. One's a 2/2, one's a 3/3. Okay. Oh, poor guy. Yeah, even if he does win this game, which is not looking likely, it's not looking good for him time-wise. Also, I'm at 24 health, so swinging out here, I mean, it just puts pressure on, and there's no cost. Yeah. Okay. 1-1. Let's see if we're gonna have another 2-1 run, or if we're gonna scrub out at the 1 win. Really, I think it should be like 1 win gives you 500, 2 wins gives you 1250, and then 3 wins gives you 2500. Because 250 is a bit insulting. And the 1000 is too. Because I mean, 2-1 is, I'd say you're doing pretty good. Typically, if you can go 2-1, you're winning 67% of your matches. You know, I think that's pretty good. But obviously, Wizards doesn't care. They're scalpers. Mm. Not on the play, I don't think so. Okay, this is better. This is leagues better. I don't have much in the way of red in my deck, so I think it's quite possible I actually drop the mountain. Yep. Into turn 1 bluffs. Turn 2 medic, turn 3 naturalist, turn 4 lassoed by the law. Forsaken Miner is solid. Against the medic, it's not quite as good. Crack in. If you got a removal spell. I'm up a card. Yep. That's where the medic does feel pretty solid. Let's see. Do I want to go and get the... No. Let's go ahead and get the naturalist. It blocks the miner. Gives me another land. Cost me a griff, but... Yeah, we'll take that exchange. Sure. What you want? I'd probably take the lasted by the law if I were you, but those are 2 creatures as well. Yeah, again, I'd take the lasted by the law, buddy. Yeah. No blocks. I'm just gonna go ahead and play our Raucous Entertainer. Crack in for 2. And next turn, we'll probably just go ahead and plot the Free Strider. That way we can go the following turn, Free Strider. Okay. Not as good. Not as good. He's doing that for a land, I think. Yep, may as well crack in, can't block. And we're gonna go boop. And go ahead and plot him. Get 2 bigger guys. And next turn we can actually go Free Strider, Hard Bristle, Burrow Fiend, give them all the counter. Which I think is kind of right where we want to be. Unless he kills it here, but still, we get to triple spell next turn. Okay. Yeah, no, we are A-okay with that. Yeah. We're gonna go boom. 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 And the Burrow Fiend is, yeah, he's currently getting pumped for a pretty substantial sum. Okay. Gonna slow things down a bit, I suppose. Yep. Okay. Let's see. First time each turn. No. It'd be a bit silly if it was anything else. If you do that twice, you just keep on making him bigger. Yeah, that'd be a bit absurd. We're gonna keep here, you know, a little cantrip creature on top of 2 removal spells. Oh, the Burrow Fiend, no less. Yep, go ahead and kill it. Kill it before it causes a problem. If we top deck a land here and get to saddle that thing. Okay, alright, yep. Get your Surveil too. He's on top of his removal spells. Can't quite play the Kellen. Need us a blue source. Well, we can't play the Kellen. Yep. Point breaker, sure. Top decked our bomb. One of them, rather. I should have saddled the Burrow Fiend there. I mean, it wouldn't have really mattered, but it would have gotten more cards in my yard. Make it bigger next time. But it's of any color, so I'm kind of set on. Man, this guy's running 2 Terminal Agonies? Or no, that was the last game. Well, that's a Rattle Worm. We're just gonna go ahead and play it. Burrow Fiend's gonna saddle off of it. I wouldn't be surprised if he concedes in response here. Okay. Maybe he's got a board wipe. Maybe he's got a way out. Okay, it's not looking likely. There's no real reason to play the Ankle Biter. If he has like an overwhelming forces or something. Holy cow, gains him some life, but it won't be enough. We'll go ahead and good game. Because it was a good game. We'll show him. Oh, nope. And that's that. 2-1. Easy last match there. And all wrap. We feel like we're starting to get a good hold on the format, understand it a little better, and hopefully that will just continue as we get more reps in. Like I said, I'll probably be putting these up on the YouTube later today, but I'll be streaming off and on pretty much all day, so feel free to tune in.